So all of this started in the most unexpected way. Like, my background is, I'm a Bangladeshi Muslim, born and raised in England. The blueprint of myself was to work at my dad's Indian restaurant, to become a doctor, to become a lawyer. Anything outside of that means you're a failure. I was always born an artist, and all I ever wanted to do was just make pretty pictures, have a family, and be a stay-at-home dad. A house husband. That was my dream for myself, and it still is. But life took me down this amazing path, and it all happened when I couldn't get drunk anymore. My whole identity was created in 1993 when I started drinking. I was a raging alcoholic and I had severe addiction problems. I've almost died a few times with liver damage and kidney damage. The doctors literally said, if you keep on drinking anymore, in 3 months' time, you will die. I can never ever get life insurance because of my medical records. All because I didn't know how to connect with women. I needed to disconnect by drinking and taking drugs in order for me to connect. I had genital mutilation, so I had a lot of body shame around my lingam. I needed to be drunk, turn the lights off so I could be naked to have sex with someone. And sex for me was really important. Sex for me is love. Sex for me is a relationship. I love love. I'm a hopeful romantic. My whole view of love was created from Disney. Like codependency. I needed someone to complete me. And I also came from a Bangladeshi Muslim upbringing, so I needed to get married and have kids. So that's all I ever wanted for myself. So I wasn't always handsome and charismatic and amazing with great tits and abs. Nope. I was actually a really sickly child. I've suffered from depression since 1988 when I actually tried to kill myself. I've suffered from addiction since 1993 and severe loneliness since 2004. And then I found Tantra. I had my awakening in 2014 when I was at Burning Man, and I couldn't get drunk anymore. My body literally couldn't absorb the alcohol. So I couldn't connect with anyone anymore. I found it really difficult to even look at someone in the eye. At Burning Man, my role was to make out and be a spirit guide for people and take them on outrageous adventures across the desert. But that fuel, that identity I'd created through being a raging alcoholic and the most funnest guy at the party, I couldn't be that guy anymore. So when I went back to London, back to my advertising job, and not being able to drink or function on drugs, because the whole advertising land is built on fast pace, deadlines, gotta get this done by yesterday. I no longer had that fuel to keep me going. I couldn't do anything anymore. And that's when the most insane things happened. When I was making love to one of my partners, I tensed inside of her and I saw all this electricity flow through her. She turned blue and these angel wings erupted out of her back. And I wasn't on drugs and I wasn't tripping, this was sober. And I asked her, there was this moment when I saw you, you turned blue, and she said, no way, I felt that. Electricity went through me and I felt all this energy flow through my back. And I was like, that's weird. And then it happened again with another lover from another Burning Man, where I went to see her in Sweden and I started to feel all these rainbows coming through my hand into her yoni and burst out of her head. And she was like convulsing. And I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I was like, something weird's going on. And she was like, oh my god, I can see rainbows and colours. I'm like, none of this makes sense. What the fuck is going on? So I basically asked the internet. Back then there wasn't a lot of, no one was doing Tantra. None of my friends even know what a chakra is. And no one's vegan and definitely no one's meditating back in 2014. But I asked my friends on the internet, and the people of Facebook said, your Kundalini is being activated. Google, what's Kundalini? Your shaman body's being activated. What's a shaman? Like, I'm literally Googling everything to find out what the fuck is going on. In the meantime, everyone around me, a lot of people are going through the same thing. A lot of them asked help from their parents and their friends, and a lot of them got taken to the doctors, given pills to suppress this, and some of them even got sectioned. Whereas I had a group of friends who said, wow, you're coming online, something cool is happening to you. And my background is I'm a geek, raised in comic books, and it sounded like I was becoming a superhero. So I googled everything and I found a lot of answers around Tantra, Kundalini activation, third eye activation, and it was all real. It was happening in a different part of society that I never knew existed. And I found out who they were when I stopped drinking. When I fell off the rat race, had my burnout, and I had to discover who I really was without the conditioning of society. And that's when I discovered Tantra. When I was still going through my transition, I was meeting these amazing, beautifully young women who were practicing Tantra, but they were in their 50s and 60s. They kept on saying, we're Tantric, we're Dakinis, we're temple dancers, and they move like this, very flowy. When I would connect with them, they would move in a way that normal people don't move. When I looked them in the eye, their souls were ancient. And when I asked them how old they were, thinking they were 35, they were 60. They had found the fountain of youth, and I wanted what they had. And I went down the rabbit hole when I discovered how to find love. I basically really love love. That's my thing. I love relationships. I am passionate about relationships. I couldn't connect with women anymore. I couldn't get drunk. I couldn't say, hey, let's make out. Hey, want to be my girlfriend? I didn't have that confidence anymore. And then I saw a video on the internet by a guy called Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Can I get a hello there? And he said, you'll find the ones you love doing the things you love doing. And my brain said, vaginas. You're going to be really good at vaginas. At this point, yoni massages isn't a thing. I have no idea what it means to be really good at vaginas, but I did know one guy did an unusual practice when it came to meditation. And I asked him about his very strange, peculiar meditation practice, and he said there's a community of people doing it in London. I went there, and it was so weird and so peculiar that I still had social anxiety when I was there, but I was getting closer to vaginas. They would stroke the top left-hand quadrant of the clitoris for 15 minutes as a form of meditation. It's weird. And when I finished the meditation practice, I would hover around the water cooler and I would see someone I like. I've touched 2 vaginas by this point. Drinking the water, still in my head, still social anxiety going, go and talk to her, go and talk to her. And I always see people going up to this beautiful woman. And then by the time I pluck up the courage, I'm on the 5th glass of water here. I put it down. I approach her and then someone else dives in again. And then I just go home, don't speak to her, and beat myself up about it and cry. But I touched a vagina sober for the first time in 34 years. And this was a big deal for me. The practice we did was weird, but it's only until I went to my first Tantra course where the guru, we went through a really intense process where they would de-armor our body. 5 people pin you down. There's pressure point releases all over the body, and then the guru sits you on a stool and taps up your spine and you start convulsing. And then you have your Kundalini activated. And then you start to ejaculate. Then you never ejaculate again. If the people you're having sex with are also trained in a very ancient energetic tantric practice where the woman pushes out her energy and the man sucks in her energy, and you create a circuit of energy that links you together, and then a man could last for 10 hours, 20 hours, in bed, and he never has to ejaculate again. Then he has a choice between orgasm and ejaculation. Then you become multi-orgasmic like a woman. I always ask my clients, man or women, you're naturally tantric. How long does it take for you to recover from an orgasm? And they'll be like, we don't need to, we can just keep on going. And I say, men, how long does it take for you to recover from ejaculation? Some 2 days, some 2 hours, some 20 minutes. But there's a time for them to get their sexual energy back. If you learn the art of tantric lovemaking, then you could just make love forever and ever and ever. The side effect is your body's full of oxytocin, you're present. You never have to worry about finding love again because you are generating so much sexual energy that you become magnetic, more charismatic and more powerful than you could ever imagine. So the biggest challenge I had was my circumcision. Against my consent, like I wasn't given the choice to saying yes. I was a 4-year-old child. My biggest trauma ended up becoming my biggest trophy, my biggest gift, my shaft. When I was 4 years old, people came around my house and one by one, the boys went up to the upstairs bedroom and I heard these screams and I was also one of the boys that went up there. They took my trousers down and they cut off my foreskin and it was the most horrific pain and the biggest scar I carry to this day. And I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. It destroyed my confidence. I couldn't get naked in public ever. I thought there was something wrong with me. And there was physically something wrong with me. My lingam didn't look like everyone else's. And this is why I chose to be drunk every time, to hide my shame. And this is why I didn't have sex sober for most of my life. It's only until I discovered Tantra and learning to love my lingam, which is learning to love yourself. I was in this class and there were 65 people and we all had to get naked. And I refused to get naked because I've never been naked. I think I'm 34 or 35 at this time in my life. I've never been naked in public. I refused to do it, and the guru in the ashram said, "What's wrong with you? Why are you getting naked?" And I said, "I have genital mutilation and I'm ashamed of my penis." And he said, "Come here, get your dick out and show that woman." And you just do whatever the tantric guru tells you to do. It's like, okay, I got my dick out and it was cold. I'm in Sweden. Got my dick out and show this woman, and this woman says, "You have a beautiful penis." This is the first time I've heard anyone say I have a nice dick. And then he says, "Ask the next person what they think about your cock." I showed my dick to this man this time, and he said, "You have a beautiful dick." He said, "The next person." And then I showed my dick to 65 people, and they said, "You have a beautiful penis." The amount of release I felt in my body when I had the external validation I've never heard before was so deep and so profound that they were able to see my cock, my beautiful penis, and appreciate it, even with its disfigured scarrings and everything. I then showed my dick to the guru and he said, "Look, I've been circumcised too, and look at my dick." He had exactly the same 3 disfigurations as I did. And I was like, "We're dick twins!" And then we like high-fived each other with our dicks. Ever since then, people love my dick. Because I learned to accept the most vulnerable, most precious part of my body. You learn to love your lingam, you learn to love yourself, and it turns out if you love it, everyone loves it. So the side effect of you personally accepting your penis exactly how it is that everyone starts to love it as much as you. So the side effect was I became a tantric gigolo straight away. I ended up becoming a unicorn sex worker. What does that mean? I dress up as a unicorn in this fabulous attire and people pay me large sums of money to have sex with me. That was the side effect. It was like clear black and white. I accepted a part of my body that I disowned throughout my whole life. As soon as I accepted it, people were queuing up and paying to have sex with me. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. My background is advertising. We are results orientated. You do something, you do the research, you put it out into the public, and if people love it and pay for it, then you got a good product. And then you keep on like tweaking it until you have the best product. I became the product. The side effect of me loving my lingam, my biggest trauma, was that I stopped working at my 6-figure salary in advertising and I started working on myself, and I learned how to understand women and give them so much pleasure that I became the product. Can one man truly make a difference? I've asked myself that all my life. Can I really make a difference? When I learned to love myself and accept myself for who I am, I changed the collective consciousness around sacred sexuality. What happened after was I created a viral video that has reached 40 million people. So the hardest part of personal development is self-love. The practice that I created from all of the courses that I was doing was learning self-love and presence through every tantrika has it, every tantra master, every sacred sexual Jedi, everyone practicing tantra. For women you have a pussy practice, and as a man you have a penis practice. So when I started loving myself, I didn't need to look outside myself anymore. Remember, I love relationships, I need someone to complete me. I wasn't complete myself. When I started doing this very powerful tantric practice of spending 10 minutes a day massaging myself, testicle massage to create more testosterone, to see myself loving myself, merging my inner masculine with my inner feminine up in a great galactic consciousness and bringing up all that energy from the earth into my body, I was filled up with love. I started to generate the feeling of love in my heart, in my body, and the connection with my lingam to my heart. We're all disconnected. We have parts of our bodies that speak to us. When I connected my lingam to my heart and my soul and my body and generated all this beautiful energy every single morning, I started to vibrate. I started to feel orgasmic sensations. Orgasms wasn't here anymore. Orgasms was here. Orgasms were here. Orgasms were here. Orgasms were here. And I started to become present. Meditation. Self-love became a meditation, and through becoming present, I could do this, and I could feel everything. And it feels great to meditate by yourself through pleasure, which makes you find your passion and your purpose, but also meditating with other people. We're in this body to experience as much as we can. So in 2016, I leave London and I find this tantric community in Koh Phangan. And we are all trained to sublimate the energy, to open up our chakras through sex. Basically, if you make love in each of these chakras in different ways, you will open up your heart if you concentrate on the heart. They taught us that you could use a yogic asana to open up your anahata chakra. You could do this 2 hours a day for 2 years. Or you can make love in your heart for just 20 minutes and bring your awareness to your heart. And I was like, is that a shortcut? I want that shortcut. So all of us in the school, we basically started making love in our different chakras to open it up. There wasn't enough men to go around, so I was in demand a lot. I had to have an instant erection all the time for all of these women. They even taught us, if you want to become a great speaker, you got to open up your throat chakra, and you could de-armor your throat by having a conscious cock slowly go into your throat and open it up. I had a conscious cock, so I literally was asked by these women, because these women wanted to reach enlightenment really quick, to open up their throat. So I had to like be in plank position, slowly dip my hard cock, conscious cock, into their throats, channeling unconditional love into my shaft of light, so my consciousness is in my cock, so I could feel their gag reflexes, and then they open up. Now I know this works because one of my lovers, she couldn't sing at the start of her time in Koh Phangan. By the time she left, she was able to sing, and I was actually jealous. So there was a big difference from conscious cock in the throat to actually being able to sing amazingly. Your conscious cock, where you could have a hard erection on demand. You're able to delay your ejaculation to the point that you could separate your ejaculation from your orgasm. I didn't know that was an option, but it's an option. And through these certain tantric practices, through Uddiyana bandhas, sublimation, all these yogic principles, we're able to make love, open up our chakras a lot quicker than holding yogic asana poses to open up your heart, to making love in your heart, bringing your awareness and your sexual energy to your heart, so you have orgasms in your heart, also known as heartgasms. You no longer need MDMA, you no longer need ecstasy. You are able to like completely release all forms of addictions because you find love. And that's incredible. To actually feel your cock's orgasm going up to your heart and feeling it explode. And through this amazing practice, I was able to become fully present when making love to a lot of women. We started to go to these temple nights, also known as conscious orgies, but they're like a shamanic ritual where everyone is going through a space where we're guided through these meditation practices, and we all make love until the sun comes up. It was one of the most greatest experiences of my life, and it's still happening because that's what I do now. I create these spaces where we create these temple nights where anyone could actually make love and last as long as they desire. So my superhuman ability was to have this conscious cock, to bring my awareness to my penis so I could literally feel everything inside of a woman's vagina. So I could literally feel her G-spot, her A-spot. It could make her squirt with my dick. I could feel her cervix, so I could actually massage the inside of her yoni. So by bringing my consciousness to my cock, I'm able to feel everything. And if I could channel unconditional love from my heart into them, women just awaken. The side effect of a woman who has a relaxed nervous system is she starts to feel more pleasure. The side effect of you having a conscious cock is you become so present that you can feel everything that she's feeling. You start going into this dance between Shiva and Shakti energies. You start going into this beautiful dance between the masculine and feminine energies, and you start to create heaven on earth. You have these galactic orgasms. You feel like a god. We're actually told that we are gods. We are this Shiva energy. We are this Shakti energy. We are these living deities. God created man in his own image. This is us. And when you activate your sexual energy and merge it with someone else, you feel divinity. I mean, how do I know this? What does a woman say when she's reaching a climax? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's because they're connected to God. So I needed to actually practice everything the gurus taught me. In these communities, everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone wants to reach enlightenment through making love. Everyone's practicing the art of tantric love making. Everyone's realized if you keep on making love and sublimating the energy and having this powerful pussy and having this amazing cock, you can start cultivating a lot of life force energy. It's through this life force energy you can start creating and manifesting. And a lot of us were manifesting outrageous stuff for ourselves. So we started creating these insane rituals, we start connecting, and through these rituals, we start living forever. We start reversing aging. We start feeling more alive than we've ever felt before. It's the life force energy that we suppressed started to come online. I started making love to 3 women a day. 3 different women with 3 different energies every single day for the next 8 years. I started cultivating so much sexual energy that I created a powerful conscious cock. I started building so much testosterone through my own personal practice of testicle massage. I started manifesting an outrageous life for myself through sex magic rituals that I started to reverse aging. My body changed. I was no longer a drug addict or an alcoholic. The bags under my eyes vanished. I became younger, my skin became amazing, my hair became perfect, and I literally became a walking deity. Sexual energy is life force energy, and by making love so often, I was able to command my cock to erection like that. I was able to feel their sexual energy, channel it into me, and make love for hours and hours and hours. There is no limitation anymore. The things you could do through the art of tantric lovemaking and having a natural way to cultivate a powerful penis is unlimited. So I became one of the world's best yoni masseuses on the planet. People really didn't believe the capacity and the power of a conscious cock. People would say, you can't orgasm for as much as a woman. If you don't orgasm, you get prostate cancer. There's all these myths and things that science actually hasn't caught up with. Like, my mission is to become the Wim Hof of Tantra, so people could actually start understanding how powerful my orgasms are compared to an ejaculatory orgasm. I don't ejaculate anymore because it's not really worth it. These more profound orgasms are way more powerful than that little sneeze of an orgasm men have. So when I find I face a lot of skepticism, these people have never overcome their sexual traumas. They don't even know how to have an orgasm. A lot of people haven't even overcome their fear, guilt and shame around sexuality, so how will they ever experience so much pleasure? Pleasure is our birthright. Once we start to unlock each and every part of our body, we could feel more. Your body becomes a full body orgasm machine. Did you know, as a man and as a woman, you could have infinite amounts of pleasure, infinite amount of orgasms. You could have a heartgasm, a third eyegasm. Women, you have cervical orgasm, womb orgasms, anal orgasms, valley orgasms. Men, you could have as many orgasms as you want. Not just that one orgasm that we're all shown on Pornhub or any kind of Western media where it's just one ejaculation and it's over. Just imagine fucking for days. Just imagine satisfying your woman and making love over and over and over again. The only way you're going to prove people wrong is to actually do it yourself, learn it yourself. Your wives will thank you. Your lovers will thank you. It's the best gift you could give yourself and your partners. So I needed to overcome my sexual traumas in order for me to open up. By making love 3 times a day with 3 different women, I was overcoming my fear, guilt and shame around sexuality. I was becoming more present. I was able to understand women's needs, desires, their fears, and also help women overcome their traumas. We were healing each other through sexual healing. Marvin Gaye was right. When I became multi-orgasmic, and women started to feel my energy, and I started to feel women's energy, I started to understand a pattern. And that pattern, after making love with so many people, you start to see a common thread. When you see that common thread, you go, it's these three things: breath, sound, and movement. These are the three keys to Tantra. These are the three keys to awakening your body. These are the three keys to release trauma from the body. The issues are in the tissues, and when you release trauma, you feel more pleasure. Sexual wellness is mental wellness. Sexual health is mental health. It's also physical health, it's also spiritual health. So I was able to unlock my body, and I wanted, it's like discovering a new toy. Everybody, I found Tantra, I know how to live forever. I can have so many orgasms, and so can you. Everybody. You get so excited because it's a new thing. And especially if you've lived in your body for such a long time and you experience something new, it's like, this is the best thing since ice cream. So I wanted to share this amount of pleasure with the world. And I just became really good at one thing: vaginas. And these vaginas belong to humans, which means I became really good at relationships. I became really good at love, and I became really, really good at providing love and giving love and receiving love. I basically learnt the art of tantric lovemaking, which is mastering presence, but also practicing self-love. So my mission was to make Tantra trendy. I was really, really good at yoni massages, but it wasn't accepted in conventional media. It wasn't accepted in normal society. I was doing a very ancient tantric practice, very common in my community, but it wasn't common anywhere else. So my mission was to make Tantra trendy, making Tantra the new yoga. And as if by grace, this TV company found me, and they knew what I was doing, because by this time I was so good at my profession. I was already in the Guardian newspaper, I was already in the Times magazine, I was already a world-class yoni masseuse. And when Vice started filming me in 2017, that video went viral. And from that video, I became the world's best yoni masseuse. That's when women from all around the world saw what I was able to do, they felt what they saw on the video screen, and then they wanted to experience it themselves. Men, as they heard that I helped men love their lingams, I helped men with erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation, they started reaching out to me, and the most profound healings I received and also heard and also supported was men. Their stories are so tragic. It's not common to hear a man having his life destroyed because he doesn't know how to master his own sexual energy. It was so profound hearing how a man doesn't know how to get an erection because he was so traumatized when he was young. I was able to save so many people's lives, actually saving someone's life through this work, because they thought they were broken, and I just taught them very simple techniques to have a natural erection, to cultivate a natural conscious cock, where you never have to worry about erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation ever again. So from that video, men from all around the world reached out, and I would work with them. They would literally come to my house and I would train them how to never have to worry about a low libido again, where they would never have to worry about being shamed for not being able to get it up. I taught them how to cultivate a conscious cock, how to create a super shaft, how to separate the orgasm and ejaculation so they can injaculate. So this guy from India reached out to me. He had premature ejaculation. He would literally ejaculate within 30 seconds. I discovered about his childhood traumas. He was caught masturbating by his parents watching porn. So every time he masturbated, he made sure he ejaculated super quick so he would never get caught again and experience that shame again. we had to find out what his root cause was. Once we were able to clear that trauma from his body through talking therapy and tantric practices, he was able to double his time. I got him to do these very simple exercises where we wanted to get him from having sex for 30 seconds to 3 minutes. The results were, we got him from having sex for 30 seconds to 3 hours. I started to wonder, is it possible to get into these tantric states with a powerful conscious cock without years of practice? And then a miracle happened. In 2022, something amazing happened. By the grace of the gods, I stumbled upon an event called Mind Valley. My chance encounters with the biggest impact leaders in wellness led me to create an online course to help as many men and women as possible with my work. And that's how I created InstantSexGod.com, my 1-month online semen retention course for men. Keep on watching this video until the end to uncover the secrets of the tantric sex god so you too can 10x your sex life today. You'll learn meditations and daily practices that are fully tantric and that will open up your body and make you multi-orgasmic. And why is this important? Well, did you know you could separate your orgasm and ejaculation? This means no more premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, but more testosterone, a higher libido, and more importantly, happier wives and partners. The ancient yogis and monks have been practicing these secrets for centuries, and I've learned from the best such as Mantak Chia and the top mystery schools from around the world. Keep on watching this video till the end. The techniques are so powerful that the pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know about this, as this can eradicate all erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation for all men today, losing billions for big pharma. I'm telling you, take notes of my website, InstantSexGod.com right now. It's in the description before they take this video down. Look, I've been there before. I've been insecure and anxious about my performance in bed. Let me ask you, do you want to transform your sexual skills and become the master of your sexual energy and master your partner's pleasure? Is erectile dysfunction ruining your confidence? Or are you having difficulty achieving or maintaining a powerful erection? Or is this causing you to have a very low libido and avoiding sex with your partner altogether, resulting in your partner being dissatisfied and now you're just co-living together rather than having that deep intimacy and presence she's longing for? Look, it doesn't have to be that way. I can solve your problems today with the Shaft method, a tried and tested program that can help you become the instant sex god your partner has been waiting for. But you need to keep on watching the video until the end. By enrolling on my course, you'll gain access to the secrets of the sexual mastery that has been hidden from you for such a long time. You'll learn how to last longer in bed and overcome premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction naturally through a daily disciplined tantric practice. You'll learn how to become the ultimate lover and satisfy your partner beyond her wildest dreams and gain the confidence of a god that will echo into all aspects of your life, from your health to generating wealth. I've designed this course with the most advanced techniques that have been tested and proven to work. My 4-week Instant Sex God program includes week 1, Conscious Touch. In this week, you'll learn the foundation of everything, which is the art of conscious touch. I'll be teaching you how to drop out of your head and into your body. You'll learn how to let go of porn addiction and visual stimulation. Learn how to feel your own sexual energy and become your own healer. And practice the 3-minute self-love hug meditation. And of course, the conscious touch ritual. You'll be able to achieve erections on demand and track your progress. You'll also master the 4 elements of touch: earth, water, fire, and air. Week 2, Conscious Cock. In week 2, you're going to learn how to love your body every day and unlock its infinite potential through mindful masturbation. Yes, with this technique, you'll be able to overcome erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation through a consistent daily morning practice. You'll also learn about the number scaling system, lingam shiatsu, and testicle massages. This increases testosterone and has been scientifically proven. I'll also teach you how to cure wet dreams forever and overcome blue balls. You'll also be learning some ancient tantric practices such as uddiyana bandhas and practice sublimation techniques. This isn't being taught anywhere. Week 3, conscious lovemaking. In this week, you're going to learn the tools to become an instant sex god in the bedroom. This is basically the art of tantric lovemaking. You'll also learn about the sacred sexual orbits and the importance of lingam massages. And I'll be teaching you how to navigate a woman's anatomy and especially her yoni. Week 4, conscious masturbation and manifestation. In the final week, you'll take your life to the next level by harnessing the power of sexual transmutation. So let go of fear, guilt, and shame to become a true master of your life. Create a vision board of your masculine and feminine energies and analyze the data to see your progression. You'll also learn about the lingam activation ritual, and you'll be taking all of this and integrating it into your everyday life. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now in the Instant Sex God 4-week online course and discover your true sexual potential. Let me guide you and mentor you to master your sexual energy and 10x your sex life. Become an instant sex god today.
When I came to see you, I had a dependency on Viagra, which has now been completely destroyed. I threw all the pills out, meditated deeper, and worked on clearing whatever blockages that I had. I haven't taken a pill for almost a year now thanks to you, and I know that I will never again need to.
I just wanted to say thank you once again for working with me and giving me the tools that I needed to overcome the obstacles that I had. And also for teaching me powerful techniques and principles which have dramatically improved my life.
I can honestly say that's the best investment I have made in a long time. I got my money's worth in the first 10 days. I instantly felt a change and my sex life has improved 3-fold already.
Shaft is a game changer. His 1-month instant sex god course transformed me in ways I never thought possible. My confidence in the bedroom skyrocketed, and my previous struggles with erections and premature ejaculation are now a thing of the past. Thank you, Shaft, for the Shaft method.
I used to struggle with erections and premature ejaculation. Both problems have been eradicated thanks to the Shaft method. I feel much better day to day because of it.
I watched every single person in our online sessions' problems disappear each week. He's a magician. The world needs more mini shafts spreading this knowledge. I'm forever thankful for crossing paths.
So are you ready to become the ultimate sex god and experience the best sex of your life? Are you ready to become more confident and assertive in the bedroom? Then join me and my Instant Sex God online course now and take the first step towards a lifetime of pleasure and satisfaction. But that's not all. If you go to instantsexgod.com right now, you could download my free guide, 12 Steps to Becoming an Instant Sex God Today. This book contains 12 life-changing tips that you could implement today. You'll also receive bonus materials, next level courses, and so much more. The original price for this is $2,500, but for a limited time only, it is now $597. Buy now on instantsexgod.com. You'll learn the tools and techniques to become a true master of your sexual energy and your life. If you're not opposed to learning and growing and giving your partner life-changing orgasms, then click instantsexgod.com right now. Only if you're committed to improving yourself. Are you ready to unlock your full sexual potential and gain godlike confidence in the bedroom and the boardroom? With my holistic approach and expert instruction, you'll be on your way to becoming a masterful lover in no time. The 3 keys to Tantra are breath, sound, and movement. Also, slowing things down to 40% and starting to feel more. And if you think you're going slow, go slower. This is the key sentence you want to take away from this beautiful presentation. Go slow, feel more, and 10x your sex life today and become the man women have been dreaming of. So buy this course today.